If P1 is the pressure of air entering the L.P cylinder and P3 is the pressure of air leaving the HP cylinder, then the ratio of cylinder diameters for a single acting two-stage reciprocating compressor with complete intercooling is given by A D1 D2 P1 P3 12, B D1 D2 P1 P3 14, C D1 D2 P1 P3 14. DD1 D2 P3 P1 The correct answer is D1 D2 P3 P1 Reheating in a gas turbine. A increases the thermal efficiency. B increases the compressor work. C increases the turbine work. D decreases the thermal efficiency. The correct answer is increases the thermal efficiency. In a single-stage single-acting reciprocating air compressor without clearance, the work done on the air during isentropic compression is the heat required to raise the temperature of air from T1 to T2 at a constant pressure. A equal to, B less than, C greater than, D. The correct answer is equal to. Work done by an air compressor upon the way in which the air is compressed. A depends. B does not depend. C. D. The correct answer is depends. In a compressor, work is done on the piston during suction of air, and work is done by the piston during compression as well as delivery of air. A agree. B disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. Maximum work is saved in a two-stage reciprocating air compressor with incomplete intercooling. A agree. B disagree. C. D. The correct answer is disagree. The mass of gas turbine per kW developed is about as that of an IC engine. A same. B 1/2. C 1/4. D 1/6. The correct answer is 1/6. In a centrifugal compressor, the ratio of the to the blade velocity is called slip factor. A inlet whirl velocity. B outlet whirl velocity. C inlet velocity of flow. D outlet velocity of flow. The correct answer is outlet velocity of flow. In a turbojet engine, subsequent to heat addition to compressed air to get the power output, the working substance is expanded in A exit nozzle, which is a constant volume process. B exit nozzle, which is essentially an isentropic process. C turbine blades, which is a constant volume process. D turbine blades, which is essentially an isentropic process. The correct answer is turbine blades, which is essentially an isentropic process. The air is delivered in one revolution in case of a three-lobed rotor. A 2 times. B 3 times. C 4 times. D 6 times. The correct answer is 6 times. The performance of air compressor at high altitudes will be as compared to that at sea level. A same. B lower. C higher. D. The correct answer is lower. In a centrifugal compressor, the highest Mach number leading to shock wave in the fluid flow occurs at A diffuser inlet radius. B diffuser outlet radius. C impeller inlet radius. D impeller outlet radius. The correct answer is diffuser outlet radius. In a centrifugal compressor, the air enters the impeller axially and leaves the vane radially. A yes. B no. C. D. The correct answer is no. In gas turbines, the work input with intercooling is the work input with no intercooling. A less than. B more than. C. D. The correct answer is less than. The compressor capacity will be if the temperature of intake air is lowest. A lowest. B highest. C. D. The correct answer is highest. A machine used to raise the pressure of air is called A. Gas turbine, B. I.C. engine, C. Compressor, D. Air motor. The correct answer is compressor. The overall efficiency of the compressed air system is the A. Ratio of shaft output of the air motor to the shaft input to the compressor, B. Ratio of shaft input to the compressor to the shaft output of air motor, C. Product of shaft output of air motor and shaft input to the compressor, D. None of the above. The correct answer is ratio of shaft output of the air motor to the shaft input to the compressor. In a jet engine, the compression varies as the square of the speed. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is correct. In a single acting reciprocating air compressor without clearance, the compression of air may be A. Isothermal, B. Polytropic, C. Isentropic, D. Any one of these. The correct answer is any one of these. The axial flow compressor is preferred in aircraft gas turbines because of A. Low frontal area, B. Higher thrust, C. High pressure rise, D. None of these. The correct answer is low frontal area. Which of the following statement is correct as regard to centrifugal compressors? A. The flow of air is parallel to the axis of the compressor. B. The static pressure of air in the impeller increases in order to provide centripetal force on the air. C. The impeller rotates at high speeds. D. The maximum efficiency is higher than multi-stage axial flow compressors. The correct answer is the static pressure of air in the impeller increases in order to provide centripetal force on the air. The ratio of the net work obtained from the gas turbine plant to the turbine work is known as A. Compression ratio, B. Work ratio, C. Pressure ratio, D. None of these. The correct answer is work ratio. The process which causes the air to enter the impeller blades of a centrifugal compressor at velocity without affecting the mass of air to flow and velocity of flow is known as prewhirl. A. Reduced, B. Increased, C, D. The correct answer is reduced. In jet propulsion power unit, the inlet duct of diverging shape is used for converting kinetic energy of air into pressure energy. A. True, B. False, C, D. The correct answer is true. The temperature of air at the beginning of the compression stroke is the atmospheric temperature. A. Equal to, B. Less than, C. More than, D. The correct answer is more than. The compressor efficiency is defined as the ratio of volume of free air delivery per stroke to the swept volume of the piston. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is incorrect. In a gas turbine, air is obtained from the atmosphere and compressed in an air compressor. A. True, B. False, C, D. The correct answer is true. In open-cycle turbojet engines used in military aircraft, reheating the exhaust gas from the turbine by burning more fuel is used to increase the A. Thrust and range of aircraft, B. Efficiency of the engine, C. Both A and B, D. None of these. The correct answer is thrust and range of aircraft. Gas turbine as compared to internal combustion engine. A. Can be driven at a very high speed, B. Produces uniform torque, C. Has more efficiency, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. A closed cycle gas turbine consists of A. Compressor, B. Heating chamber, C. Cooling chamber, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. The intercooler pressure for minimum work required for a two-stage reciprocating air compressor is given by where P1 intake pressure of air, P2 intercooler pressure, and P3 delivery pressure of air. A P2 P1 x P3. B P2 P1 P3. C P2 P1 x P3. D P2 P3 P1. The correct answer is P2 P1 x P3. The pressure of air at the beginning of the compression stroke is the atmospheric pressure. A equal to, B less than, C more than, D. The correct answer is less than. The pressure ratio in a centrifugal compressor can be increased by increasing the tip speed and lowering the inlet temperature. A correct. B incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. Free air is the air at atmospheric conditions at any specific location. A true. B false. C. D. The correct answer is true. A gas turbine used in aircraft should have low weight and small frontal area. A correct. B incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. A closed cycle gas turbine works on A Carnot cycle, B Rankine cycle, C Ericsson cycle, D Joule cycle. The correct answer is Joule cycle. The clearance in a single-stage single-acting reciprocating air compressor does not affect the work done on the air and the power required for compressing the air. A true. B false. C. D. The correct answer is true. Air motors work on the cycle, which is the reverse of the reciprocating air compressor cycle. A agree. B disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. Which of the following statement is correct relating to rocket engines? A. The combustion chamber in a rocket engine is directly analogous to the reservoir of a supersonic wind tunnel. B. The stagnation conditions exist at the combustion chamber. C. The exit velocities of exhaust gases are much higher than those in jet engine. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. In reciprocating air compressors, isothermal efficiency is used for all sorts of calculations. A correct. B incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. Euler's equation can be used for A. Radial flow compressors, B. Axial flow compressors, C. Pumps, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. A rocket engine uses for the combustion of its fuel A. Surrounding air, B. Compressed atmospheric air, C. Its own oxygen, D. None of these. The correct answer is its own oxygen. The perfect intercooling in multistage compression means that the temperature of air at inlet to subsequent stages is equal to the initial temperature. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. In a compressed air system, the temperature of air discharged from the air motor is then the initial compressor intake temperature. A. More. B. Less. C. D. The correct answer is less. The efficiency of roots blower with the increase in pressure ratio. A. Decreases. B. Increases. C. Does not change. D. The correct answer is decreases. The operation of lifts, rams, and pumps make use of compressed air. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is yes. A jet engine has A. No propeller, B. Propeller in front, C. Propeller at back, D. Propeller on the top. The correct answer is no propeller. A receiver in compressor installations is used to damp pressure waves in compressor discharge. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is yes.